Welcome back to the tutorials on programming computational fluid dynamics. My name is Saurabh. Today we will be looking at scalar 1D advection equation, and then we will be looking at the class which will be basically our main data structure. So the 1D scalar advection equation is given by del u by del t plus a del u by del x equal to 0, where a is known as the advection velocity. We'll be taking a as constant. Since a is a constant, we can take a inside this derivative and we can write it into a much more familiar form that we have already seen last time, and we know how to discretize this equation to get the finite volume equation. That is the finite volume form, which we can then solve to calculate how u changes with respect to time, or how u steps in time. That is what we have already seen last time. Here f is going to be au, where a is a known constant which we will be fixing right at the beginning. The solution of this equation is such that whatever initial distribution of u we start with, it will just be translated towards the right if a is positive. So that is what we are going to solve. And since the solution is simple and known, we can use it for checking whether our solution is right or wrong. The main class which will be used for saving the data is cell. It will be saving this 5 variables: u average, dx, cx, u east and u west. U east and u west are the most interesting ones here. They will be storing the reconstructed u at left side and the right hand side. Cx is the centroid value of the cell, that is the centroid location of the cell. It is x location of the cell. Dx is the width of the cell, and u average will be the average value inside of the cell. So every time we update the values, we will be updating this u average. Basically, this u average is going to be an array. The length of that array will depend on the number of Runge-Kutta time steps that we take per iteration. So this is another class, config class, which will be saving basically the parameters which are going to be used in our code. So like number of x cells, these are going to be the internal cells in x direction, number of ghost cells, number of Runge-Kutta time steps, the left side and the right side of the domain, the Courant number which will be deciding this time step size, the stopping time, that is the stopping criteria for our simulation, or the second stopping criteria will be the number of time iterations that we can take. Like normally we will be setting this as a large value, say about 10,000 or so, such that mostly our stopping criteria will be the stopping time. But sometimes for testing purpose we can set this to a smaller value and see what happens for a smaller time level, such that so that we can do our debugging by setting this as a smaller value. Okay, so that's all for today's video. I'll be talking in the next video about the program structure, and then we will start with the actual coding for solution of 1D advection equation. So thank you very much. My name is Saurabh, and see you soon.